because this is all what's happening right here and now. So round 5 then. Carlos Monzon skating, almost looking like a skater. This tall fellow reminds me, I would have thought, of actor Anthony Quinn, playing the part of a young prize fighter, doesn't he? He really is a swarthy, handsome guy, really a tough bull of the pampas, who's fought his way out of poverty, and he's found out that the quickest way from poverty to plenty is in the prize ring. But the relaxed style of Napoles, the man who puts him, I think, among the all-time greats in this division, up there with Sugar Ray Robinson, and I have to say Elmer Griffiths, who you know who's sitting next to me. Gil, how would you rate Napoles in the all-time list anyway?
I'd say that Napoles is one of the greatest welterweights that ever lived. He has to be in the top 3. It all depends on what style you like.
Well, that's probably the first time the English and Americans have ever agreed over a controversial thing like that. So let's get on with the fight, because it really is all happening here in Paris. You feel as though you're almost in there with them over that top rope there, and you're probably ducking in your seats back home, I would think, in case you cop one from this Monzon. He's teeing Napoles up for a punch, pushing him, prodding him with that left hand, and looking to shoot the right-hand punch. It's obvious, but effective. And Napoles is first to show blood. He looks as though he's cut around the right eye. It's difficult to tell whether it's superficial or not at this stage. I do hope that an injury doesn't spoil it. There was a time when he lost his world championship this way against Billy Backus up in Syracuse, a fight that nobody expected him to lose, except maybe Backus. But he regained that championship with a minute to go in the 5th round now. And he's in a bit of trouble, Napoles, there's no doubt about it. And this is going to take a lot of skill from the corner man. Angelo Dundee and Ferdy Pacheco have got to get working with those coagulates now to pull this welterweight champion together. I said Monzon was a slow starter, and I was right. He's opening up a lot more in this round than he was at the start. And he's tagging Napoles. He's got Napoles in a lot of trouble. Where he wants to, he's hardly missing with a punch. And Napoles bravely trying to battle it out with him there. But it looks as though he may club him down. He may not have enough time in this round to do it. What an effective show this is from the middleweight champion Monzon. But we're getting to the countdown at the end of the 5th round. No, then the bell has saved Napoles.
Reggie, that right hand of Monzon's is so effective. As you pointed out, it looks like a lazy right hand, but it has the kick of a mule. So far, it's managed to fool every fighter that he's ever fought. There it is, right in there. There goes another one. That right hand is just beautiful. And as I say, his hands are so accurate. Everything is right on the mark. There's 2 more. It's a miracle that Napoles survived the round. There's another one right on the chin. And another one.
This is probably the most severe punishment, Gil, that Napoles has had to take. The full marks to him for courage. There's nothing short of this fella's ticker, is there? He really does take a good shot, and to me, that makes him an even greater champion.
Champions all have big heart. That's what makes them champions.
So after that slow motion, back to the double speed then in round 6, and we'll see what effect that punishment in round 5 had on Napoles. Really was in trouble there. Now, can he ride this storm? This now has got to be the big thing for the welterweight champion. This adage about the little one can't beat the big one in the fight game looks at this stage of the fight as though that could be right. But there are records to disprove that. 6 welterweight champions have in fact won the middleweight championship, including Elmer Griffiths, as I had a nudge on my knee to point out there, and of course the great Sugar Ray Robinson was another, and Mickey Walker, and so on. You think Napoles might get on his bike a bit here and move around and try and get out of trouble a little. but it doesn't look as though he's got the legs to do it, does it, at 33 at the moment, with a minute gone then in round 6.
Monzon is able to manhandle him, Reggie. He's just so much stronger inside. You notice the way he just pushed him away then.
Yeah, 6.5 pounds or 6.25 pounds really does make a difference at this level of weight. And Napoles back in trouble again now as he backed off onto those ropes. He really needs the center of the ring now to try and get out of a bit of trouble. He's got more maneuverability there. Yes, he's using it now. One wonders if Napoles was defeated here, whether this would be the end of him, whether he could get back to that welterweight division, having gone up from 147 to 153.25 to this fight. It's hardly likely, I would have thought, that he can get back to 147 and still be a force as a fighter. Look at the effective punching of this man, Monzon. He does not miss with one, does he? Oh, he really teed Napoles up for that one. It was almost like a golf shot off the first tee. He looked as though he got his driver out and said, well, here it comes, right down the middle.
He has Napoles backing up now, which is a bad thing for Napoles.
I think the difference is the size. He's just pushing him around, and Napoles is really a right guy.
He's only got 10 seconds to last this round. 7, 6, 5. I don't think he can. Yes, he'll make this round all right. That's good news for Napoles, but he is in trouble. And was he pleased to hear the sound of that bell?
Reggie, I'd like to point out that Angelo Dundee did a beautiful job on that cut. Now we see in slow motion. Watch the accuracy of this man's hands.
You'd have thought Napoles might have tried to walk in and grab Monzon for safety there in the same way that Ali kept nullifying Frazier. But he doesn't do that, Gil, this fella. He doesn't know about that, does he?
Not only he doesn't do it, but he couldn't do it with this man. This man is too strong. Ali is a big, strong heavyweight, and he was able to grab Frazier. But Monzon just pushes him off and pulls him around the way he wants to.
Yeah, he really is a remarkable man. Now you can see why he's made 8 successful defenses of the World Middleweight Championship. And they're using this 60 seconds in this corner now, almost like surgeons. They've got to pull this man together, give him every bit of spirit that they can give him, and send him off that stool with some hope. No, it looks like
Angelo Dundee will not let him come out.
At the start of round 7, Angelo Dundee will not let Napoles come out. Start of round 7.
Start of round 7. The bell rang.